Welcome. I'm going to hand over to you. Welcome.
Morning.
So lovely to have.
It's great to be here.
A daughter and father team on the stage. Fab. So 50 years in your restaurant.
50 years, yes.
Okay, so what, 1975 to now, how did you celebrate this year?
We closed down.
What?
Yes, we closed down after 50 years.
Just for the day?
No, we didn't. We didn't close down, we transitioned. So we closed the Brilliant and we transitioned the restaurant into a gastropub in the new hub of Southall called the Green Quarter at Parkside Yards. So whilst the Brilliant was closing, a new gastropub was opening. So it was a bit of a bittersweet moment, quite emotional, quite happy at the same time. But I mean, Dad has devoted his 50 years to that restaurant. So I think the hardest thing for me was to see him going through the closure.
Yeah.
But then when we saw the opening and when he was excited to see the new build, it got a little bit better.
Okay, we've still got Punjabi flavours on
We
the menu?
still have Punjabi flavours on the menu, and we still got some Punjabi flavours for you. You've had your breakfast, so this is almost, we'll be treating it like a Punjabi brunch, I think. We're doing an express butter chicken. And we're doing some peas pilau rice. I don't know if you have seen me and Dad on the TV, but usually there's quite a lot of banter. There's a few arguments.
Okay.
But let's hope that doesn't happen today. But if Dad follows all my instructions,
Let's make that smooth.
if he follows my instructions, we'll have no issues at all.
There we go.
Okay, right. Okay, you've got your orders, Dad. Well, good luck. Can't wait to try it.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Right, let's get cooking. So we're going to be doing an express butter chicken. I've told Dad not to make me do all the talking. Sometimes he says I don't let him get a word in edgeways. So I'm going to start with the chicken in this pan. I'm going to go in with some vegetable oil to begin. Dad is going to do some rice in that pan.
Yeah.
I've already briefed him on how to use these burners. It's a great start because he hasn't pressed the button yet. There we go, I'll do that for him. Dad, are you listening?
Yeah. If you stop talking,
Okay.
then I can start as well.
Right, so I'm doing the butter chicken in here. You're doing the rice in there. So you go first.
Let me grab that for you.
Right, there we go. Oil is
Just
heating. Okay,
Putting
you go.
some oil in the pan for me. Now we're going to make some pilau rice. For pilau rice, we need some freshly cut onions, diced, some cumin seeds, some ginger and garlic paste.
Okay, so in my oil over here for the chicken, we have vegetable oil infusing with some cumin seeds. Dad needs some cumin here as well. And also, we're going to flavor the rice with something called mace. I don't know whether you've used mace before, but it's a great spice. It's got quite a nice nutty flavor, and it's the skin of the nutmeg. Amazing flavors in mace, so I'm going to add about 3 pods of mace into there. Waiting for my cumin to sizzle in here, already sizzling. Going in with my onions, which are on that side.
And I'll use the onions which I have.
Right, I've got these pans. I'm going to try and do as much as we can because you get some tasters, I understand. So I'm going to try and make as much masala as I can. Now, this is an express version of butter chicken. So in my 3 books, I have butter chicken recipes, but I have 3 different versions of butter chicken recipes. This is a completely different version in the way that you cook everything in one pot. So I'm one of those chefs who believes and many chefs believe this, there's not only one way of cooking a particular dish. There are many ways. So my first book has quite an extensive version of how to make a butter chicken. Takes about 2 to 3 hours. My second one, it gets a little bit easier. And then my third book, which was the latest one, this one, has more of an express version, the one we did on the show with James Martin. And it got a lot of attention because it was quick and easy and tasty at the same time. The only difference here is that we are cooking the chicken in the pan rather than roasting the chicken, but you do have a choice. If you want to pre-roast your chicken or pan fry your chicken with a little bit of butter in a separate pan, then you can do it that way as well. So first crucial step in Indian cooking is to ensure your onions are nice and caramelized. So I've gone in with finely chopped onions and I'm now waiting for them to caramelize. That means I want them really nice and brown. The caramelization obviously will release the sugar from the onions, and as soon as that is done, I will go in with my ginger garlic paste. What I am going to add right now is my green chili. I'm also going to
And if you can increase that
the
for me.
heat.
I did some talking, yeah?
All right, go on, it's your turn now, you
Okay.
can speak.
For rice, you definitely need to soak the rice. It helps to cook even more better. And the secret of cooking a rice is you use equal amounts of water to the quantity of the rice. That's 1 to 1. It is basmati rice, and yeah, she's doing it okay. Don't burn it. So once our onions are sort of golden brownish with the cumin seeds and the mace, I'm going to add
your cumin
the.
powder in.
I will. Okay, do that. And then add the ginger and the garlic paste, which is already sort of blended finely.
I haven't added that. Do you want to add it?
No, let this cook a little.
Look, you burnt your onions now.
No, it's the color.
No, it's not. We're going to put that down. Look.
It's the, no, it's the
Right, this is what happens when Dad doesn't follow instructions. That's on 5 now. You can put the ginger garlic in and the peas. Dad, they're burning.
No, they're not.
Right, my onions are
50 years I've been doing this.
Just a raise of hands. How many of you did visit? Anyone visited the Brilliant when we were open? Anyone been to the Brilliant in Southall? 1 person, 2 people. Wow, great, 3. But look, you're all coming to the Gastro. So the Gastro is in the new part of Southall. We're literally opposite Southall Station, about a 6 to 7 minute walk. And I'm sure everyone will have the question, how is the Gastro doing? What's it like? But what I can tell you is that it was the best decision that we made to open the Gastro. And in order for us to open the Gastro, we had to close the Southall restaurant.
Added the water.
Okay, Dad's gone in with the water and the rice. I'll continue my story in a second. I added the cumin powder to the rice as well. I'm going to go in with a little bit of water to my masala as well.
I'm just going to season the rice with some salt, just about 1 teaspoon.
But look, it was, looking at it now, it was the best decision that we've made. The Brilliant in Southall, as some of you would know, was extremely busy. I mean, on the weekends, you couldn't get a seat. On the weekdays, not so much. So we made the decision to transition, and we took that leap. And to be fair, we wouldn't look back because the gastropub is doing really well. It's a little bit different from running a restaurant because we have customers who come to the gastropub just to have a beer and a nibble now. And I remember when we opened up on the first week, it's run by me. It's supposed to be run by me and my brother. It's my brother and myself, our new baby. Dad's supposed to have been retired, but that hasn't happened. But
Me there, till from the beginning, from the start to the finish.
Yeah, he's there. He's there more than me. That's what
I
he
thought
wants
I
me
had
to
retired.
say. I'm going in with the tomatoes. But look, I was saying that it's my brother and myself. It's our new little baby.
Okay, I'm going to go with
lower
the
the
rice in
heat
it.
a bit.
The water is boiled. The peas have already been mixed. In the pan.
I remember when we opened on the first week and I saw customers sitting on the bar And I said to my brother, oh, their table's ready now. Like, shall we give them the table? It's already 7 o'clock. You know, we're over by 10 minutes. And he said, Dip, chill out. We're a pub now. Everyone can drink and then they eat. It's a bit more relaxed. So for me, that transition was quite hard to get used to, coming from running a restaurant to running in a pub environment. So that was the most, I think for me, the most challenging and something if I'm honest, I'm still getting used to. I'm going in with the turmeric, spicing this up now. So turmeric has gone in. I'm going to add some coriander powder to flavor this. I'm adding my spices to my tomato. I've lowered my heat because what it does at this stage, the tomato will start to bubble and spit at you. So I've lowered my heat a little bit to do that. I have a secret ingredient in this recipe. It's smoked paprika. Now, traditionally, a butter chicken is cooked. The chicken pieces are cooked in a clay oven, so it gives it a nice smoky flavor. My little hack in this recipe is adding smoked paprika to give it that bit of a charcoal kind of flavor. Does it really well. And some red chili powder. So my green chili has gone in. Are you all okay with spice? Because I've made this quite spicy. Okay. My red chili and my green chili have gone in. My green chili is the one that you get on the tip of your tongue that hits you straight away. And the red is what comes afterwards at the back of your throat. I'm adding some salt into this. Season that up.
And here the water in the rice now has actually been evaporated. So once you see the water is come onto the level of the rice, and then you lower the heat.
Right, I want my masala to cook quickly now because I'm going to go in with chicken soon. So I'm going to put a lid on this.
I gave her the easy part.
No, you had the easiest part. Rice is easier to cook than the chicken. There we go. Oh, now I'm getting the hang of this burner. I'm also going to get this cloth ready. And what Dad's doing now is waiting for his water to almost disappear. I've got some foil ready because we use basmati rice in our cooking. The word basmati means queen of fragrance. It's a long grain rice and we use it for Indian cooking because it's a perfect rice to use for pilau rices and biryanis due to its long grain. It does cook like this in the water, but it does cook without heat, with just residual heat. So you need about 15 minutes for the rice to cook without any heat, if that makes sense. And we'll show you exactly what we mean. As soon as the water has almost disappeared, we'll cover the rice with foil. We will lower the heat, keep it on for about 30 seconds, and then switch the heat off. And then for another 15 minutes, we'll wait for the rice to fully cook. And Dad calls it a magic food because rice cooks by itself. All this masala is vigorously bubbling now, so I'm going to go in soon with my chicken.
You can actually see the rice. Water content is very, literally, I just need to cover this up a little.
Now,
Where's my lid?
before we came on stage and did this demo, I said to Dad, you've got your chef jacket. Shall I switch the heat or shall I wait 30 seconds? Yeah. I said, you've got your chef jacket and your apron. Now, if you've seen Dad on the TV with me, never cooks in an apron. He likes to wear his 3-piece suit. He wears it from 7 a.m. in the morning to 12 midnight and refuses not to ever wear a chef jacket or an apron.
She's still surprised it doesn't get dirty, yeah?
Okay, I'm just going to lower the heat a little bit here.
Because I let her
and
do
go
the easy
in.
work.
Going in with my chicken. Lowered the heat a little bit again. I'm using chicken thigh for this. You can use chicken breast. Dad is a fan of chicken on the bone. I prefer the thigh. It's nice and juicy. The pieces are, I've cut them probably about 3 centimeters square. or diced. Just putting all my masala over that. I'm going to go in with a little bit of water. And one of the joys of Indian cooking is it gets really nice and messy. Dad, did you switch that off?
I have switched my rice heat off.
Okay, so concentrate
So
on
now
mine now. Okay, here we
The
go.
rice is going to be, it's going to cook by itself. And I call that magic cooking. So we've cooked it on a high flame first and then lowered the heat. And now I've turned it off totally. So the rice will actually cook. The idea of putting foil in there, it'll help it even steam more. So each grain would become separate. So it gives more time.
Dad always, as a child growing up, I used to learn, of course, a lot of my recipes from Dad. And one of the first dishes that Dad taught me was how to make perfect rice. And when he would cook the rice, each grain would always be separate. So I've grown up with the mindset that your rice is only successful if your grains are separate. So if you make a clumpy rice, then you have failed. But that's one rule that I remember. The ratio of rice to water is very, very important. So for example, if I'm using this bowl, I would measure out my basmati rice in this bowl, raw rice. I would then get another bowl like this, fill it with water, and keep it to one side. So I'm using a 1-to-1 ratio. I would then wash and soak the rice. So that's how the ratio in pilau rice works. I mean, we've made peas pilau rice today. At home, my mum makes one with carrots and mushrooms, etc. We do a jeera rice. We work very closely with some contract caterers, and our best-selling dish at the sporting stadiums that we showcase at are probably this butter chicken and the peas pilau rice. Dad, do you want to speak to everyone about the kind of dishes on the menu at the gastro?
Yes, we've got a very small menu there.
It's not very small, though.
Well, according to the brilliant, it is. So it's, you see, the smaller the menu, the better chances of having good food. If you go to a restaurant which has got about 100 or 200 items on there, just close the menu and walk out of that place. Because nothing is going to be fresh there.
That's not true.
It is very true.
Okay, so
your
you can
kitchens are
see.
not that big to have so many dishes, and you don't have those pots. So it's a very simple thing. The lesser the menu, the better chances of having that consistency in food and quality. So yes, we have the makhni chicken, the masala chicken, some dal, that is the black lentils. We do some paneer dishes there. We do some excellent masala fish in a curry.
So it was quite a challenge for me to make the menu for the gastropub. We were opening up in a new hub of Southall, which attracts lots of local residents. We knew a lot of our existing customers from the Brilliant would be paying us a visit. We have paddle courts right outside the gastropub, so we had to think about the kinds of foods that they would eat, protein, etc. So one of the most challenging things I had to do for the gastro was actually the menu. And I think right now we found 6 months later that it was actually a good choice that we split the menu the way we did. So we do have a tandoori chicken burger on the menu with masala fries. We do have a Punjabi thali on the menu with, rice, the butter chicken, the dal, etc., and a bhatura or a naan bread on the top, so you get a platter all to yourself. We've got things like crazy corn ribs, little nibbles. We've got things like arancini on the menu as well. So I think it works as it is. The good thing is we have a specials board as well, so we can keep experimenting new dishes and putting them on specials. One of our specials at the moment is an apple crumble with custard, and we like to home make our desserts. We've got a sticky toffee pudding infused with cardamom on there, and those sort of dishes, we find that in the kind of environment that we're in, a gastropub, it really works. An Indian gastropub hasn't really been done in the way that we've done it before, so we are very proud and happy that we have transitioned into a gastro. And like I said, Dad spends more time there than me and my brother. He didn't retire, which is fine with us. He's running the show. It's not only a gastropub, but it's also our CPU, our production kitchen. So we do a lot of our large-scale cooking for the stadiums from the gastropub as well. And when I say large-scale cooking, I'm talking about, cooking for 1,000 people plus at once. It could be for a rugby stadium or a football venue, and we are contracted with quite a few of these venues, and that's the other side of our business. Seasoned it?
Yeah.
Oh, did I? Yep. Did I add salt, guys? I did, right? Good. Okay, there you go. I'm going in with my finishing touches on this dish. Just going to lower the heat a little bit so it doesn't splash.
I was just checking.
And this is our garam masala. It's my grandfather's recipe that dates back to over almost 80 years. It has 15 different spices. Dad calls it the king of spice. When you're cooking a curry, it's best to add the garam masala towards the end of the cooking making process because it holds and retains all the flavor. All the spices that you add in to a curry or a dish that you're applying heat to will start to lose flavor. The intensity will start to get lost upon heat. This one we add towards the end because you want to retain all that flavor in that curry. So one of the dishes we add is the garam masala. I'm going to go in with cream as my finishing touch as well. But before I do that, I'm going to go in with some dried fenugreek leaves. We call this kasuri methi. It's a herb, one of my favorite herbs actually in the kind of cooking that we do, and we crush it using the palm of your hands like this. Let's give that a mix together. I'm going to add the cream, and then I'm going to also add the fresh chopped coriander. Increase the heat a little bit on this. I've got masala on these burners now, so this doesn't want to increase. Dad, maybe you can do it. You have to keep it pressed. I thought you learned that already. Okay, here. Okay, this isn't, oh, here you go. There you go. And cream, let's go in with the double cream. Butter chicken, or we call it makhni chicken. Makhni is another word for butter or cream, so buttery or creamy. So it's definitely not one of the healthiest curries. Definitely one of the tastiest, one of my favorite. I've gone in.
See how the texture changes?
And the color. Okay, and that should do perfectly. I'm going to also add at this stage the fresh chopped coriander, because coriander is one of the herbs that loses its flavor the quickest, and hence it goes in towards the end as well. Sometimes I am naughty and freeze coriander. You're not supposed to, because it does lose its freshness. And giving this a mix. This is going to take another 4 to 5 minutes, just waiting for the chicken thigh pieces to cook perfectly in that sauce. Some chefs believe they shouldn't taste when they're cooking. I believe you should taste when you're cooking, so you can perfect the seasoning as required, especially in our business when we are cooking food for big sporting stadiums or big event venues or customers at the gastro. It's very important. I tell my chefs this all the time. Please taste, please adjust the seasoning before you send it out to the customers, because that is so, so important. That is perfect. I don't think it needs anything. Ooh, it's quite spicy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's nice in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, nice and
To
spicy.
have a curry as breakfast. I do that normally with a paratha.
So normally I let out Dad's secrets that he has curry for breakfast, but he's told you himself that he does have curry for breakfast. Sometimes it's a samosa.
Yeah.
He does this weird thing. When we've got samosas left from the previous day, he puts the samosa into a slice of bread. And he says it's the best thing you can ever have. It's called a samosa sandwich. It's a double carb intake for sure. I've never tried it because I refuse to believe that that combination
You
works.
don't know what you're missing.
So he keeps telling a samosa sandwich. So if you're ever wanting to experiment with a samosa sandwich, send me a message and let me know how it is. On that subject, if you have taken any pictures of us today on stage, please follow me on my socials. And Dad is looking at me because he wants me to tell you to follow his social handle as well, because he's now on social media as well. Something that he never believed in before, but he absolutely loves it now. So on that note, I would also like to say thank you to you for being a great audience. You're very quiet. So either that means two things, that you're hungry, and that can't be the case because you've all had breakfast, or it means you're really intrigued to learn. If I can, if we have a few minutes left, but if I can open up any questions, if anybody has any questions, I mean, we're here for you to do this demonstration. If you want to ask me and Dad something, if you're intrigued to know about the cooking or any spices, etc. If I don't have the answer to your question, I'll pass it on to Dad and he can answer. So in the audience, let's open this up. Do we have any questions that you would like to ask me and Dad? Because we have a few minutes now for the demo to be completed. Any questions?
Hi, I've got a question. It smells amazing, thank you, by the way. If you were cooking a traditional evening meal for yourselves at home, as a family meal, what would you cook?
Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite, I like lamb and I love lamb chops. But if I was cooking on a Monday we close the restaurant every Monday, but if we were cooking at home and I knew Dad and all of us are going to be home, then it'll probably be masala lamb on the bone with the pilau rice and some fresh chapatis. Dad, what would yours be?
I would cook the masala chicken on the bone. I love that.
But you have it every day at the gastro anyway.
You have food every day. So you've got to have the best food you like.
Right, well, there's your answer,
I think
guys.
any meat on the bone tastes much better than off the bone. That's what I've learned in 50 years. Even if you have the chicken on the plate there, up to a thing like using your knife and fork, and if you eat it by hand, you pick up the bone and take that bite with your hand, it tastes much better. Try that out.
That's two things for you to try, guys. Eating with your hands and a samosa sandwich. Right, any more questions? Some more...
Hello. Going to try and not dribble all over the microphone because it does smell
We can
incredible.
open the rice then in the meantime.
Out of your 3 butter chicken recipes, which one is your favourite?
The one in the third book, we do have some books available to purchase today in the where the exhibition is taking place. But this one, because it's the one that I did on ITV and everyone absolutely loved it. It's the quickest version and, in my opinion, the most tastiest. So definitely the version that I do in this book, although this version is not far off the one that I do in that book. And also on that note, you've just reminded me to mention the cookery courses that we have coming up with TUCO, which we're really looking forward to. They're taking place at the Gastro Pub in Southall, and I believe they are in February. So we're really looking forward to those. Any more questions?
Yeah, hi, it's Steve over here in the corner, waving at you. Yeah, I loved your dad. Hi there. I loved your dad's breakfast idea of a samosa sandwich, but I think that's, as in this room, we're always pushed to use wastage and reduce the wastage in the kitchen. So have you got any other ideas along those lines? Maybe not all samosa sandwich based, but still, something like that in terms of to use up all the good ingredients that you're producing today.
Good question. Last week, it was Monday, and I cooked some chapatis with a chicken dish at home, and there was about 6 or 7 leftover chapatis. And I said to Dad, oh, we got some leftover chapatis, and he said, oh, don't worry about it, I'll eat them tomorrow. So he has this thing about the next day having the chapati heated up on a pan with oil on one side, oil on the other side, frying it off so it becomes a paratha. And to be fair, it's quite nice. Okay, so that's one way of using up leftover bread. In terms of curry, I do pop-ups at lots of different venues where I go into the workplace and we cook food for 300 to 400 people at once. And sometimes there is leftover food. So one of the dishes that we take is the makhni chicken, and another is the pilau rice. And the chefs sometimes say, what can we do with this if I wanted to use it the next day? So before I leave the site, I normally say to the chef, bring everything you have left, let's make a biryani. So I put the chicken with the rice, put the extra flavorings in there, like your fresh mint, some coriander, some fried dried onions, some rose water and some kevra water, for example, just to flavor it all up. And then we cool it down. And then the next day, the chef just has to put it into the steamer and serve it all up. So that's one idea. But this whole thing about waste, I think it's becoming, in our industry now, the norm to ensure that waste is as less as possible. I went to a conference recently where they were discussing how to combat this waste issue. And one of the event venues said they were applying AI to reduce waste. So over their bin, they had an AI camera which captured everything and then gave you data at the end of the day on which dish that was from and how the portions could be decreased. So that's a more techie way of doing it in the industry. But I think in the next few years, that's going to be quite normal. But in terms of leftover food, everyone always asks, for Christmas, do you do a traditional turkey? And we do a traditional turkey with the full roasties and all the trimmings, etc. And one thing I do on Christmas Day is at the end of the day, when everyone's merry and very happy, I take my grill wherever we are, whether it's at my sister-in-law's house or friends' houses, and I make masala turkey sandwiches and spice them up. So I crush all the vegetables with the potatoes and then pan fry my turkey, and that's just one way to use up all the leftover Christmas.
Time to open the rice.
Okay, Dad. Or the Christmas leftover dinner, but that's a good question. Do we have time for maybe one more question? And I will open up the rice whilst I do that, because otherwise Dad isn't going to be not happy with me. We're good? Okay. So we're just opening up the rice, and you will see that the rice right now, can you see, if I put it here, is that good? Yeah? Is that good? Perfect. So you can see the rice is laying flat. We're just opening it up where we scrape from one side of the pan, scrape from the other side of the pan, and the other. And whilst we're scraping, we shake. And you will see every single rice grain is separate and perfect. So I've cooked this rice perfectly.
Yeah, you sure did.
Because I did all the measurements for it. Otherwise, the recipe would have gone wrong.
Yeah, blame it on that. It's cooked perfectly.
Okay, the rice is perfect. So if I just put that over here,
and I'll dish it out.
You can dish it out in that, and then we can do little tasters on that table over there. The chicken is also cooked perfectly. Giving it one more mix. I've got some presentation spoons over here. But look, you have been a great audience. I'm looking forward to seeing you all at our gastropub in Southall. On this note, I will also mention that 6 months ago, we opened a kiosk, a food truck. Some of you may have been already at Bicester Village, my favorite place, because I go there to work and shop, which Dad is never happy about. But if you're ever in Bicester Village, then we have a kiosk towards the train station side of the village, which is the extreme end. Come and pay us a visit, because at Bicester we do chicken tikka wraps, paneer tikka wraps. We do rice boxes and some samosas, mango lassi and masala chai as well. This is cooked perfectly. I'm switching the heat off.
You're going to put that
And I'm
in
going to
there.
dish this out. I have some spoons here.
Oh my goodness.
See how, this is what I mean.
This looks delicious.
See? Each grain
Yeah.
should be separate. And if I didn't get this right after 50 years, I think I wasted my time.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's 50 years well spent.
It's,
Hey, do you know what? I was intrigued by your tin foil technique.
yes, it just
Yeah.
retains that heat and steams it up
Okay, but you did one layer directly on the rice and then you did another around the
to make
top.
double protection.
Oh, really? Okay, like the double
In fact,
seal.
if you want to create a more sort of effect of that steaming, just sprinkle some water on top of the foil.
Oh.
So that'll even cook the rice even more.
Okay, so steam it even more.
Yeah.
Oh, yum. Oh, wow. I think, do you know, I didn't do this last time, but I think, can I have a little try right now?
Of course you can. There you go.
Look at this buttered chicken. Oh, my goodness.
If you're wondering what this is, these are our spice tins. We brought a few with us today, available for you to purchase in the exhibition hall. But this is my masala dabba. So all the spices I used in there are in this little secret masala dabba that we have. They come in nice different colours.
Yeah, delicious.
But go dig in.
Can I ask you, forgive me, because I did just pop out to the loo for a couple of minutes. Hopefully this question wasn't asked. But why did you make the decision to close down the Brilliant and go with the gastropub, which is a very different direction?
Yes, good question. After 50 years, I think, number one, we needed a change. Things have become quite tough in the industry recently.
The room smells incredible.
Have a little taste, have a little try.
Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Is it good?
Oh.
And look, cook.
That is a party in my mouth. That's
under 30
absolutely
minutes.
divine.
You have a curry at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God, that chicken is so tender. It is absolutely delicious. I'm excited for you all to try this. The chicken is delicious. Thank you so much, both of you.
No, thank you for having us. It's great to be here, and I look forward to doing more with TUCO. It's been a fab experience here in Nottingham. So thank you from me and Dad for having us. And yeah, carry on cooking and happy cooking to all of you. And I look forward to seeing you in the exhibition centre.
Oh my goodness, yeah, and carry on eating. This is absolutely delicious. I just want curry for breakfast every day of the week now.